Welcome, Centennial Jags fans. We are here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa at the Westside Invitational. This is game 2 in pool play where the Ankeny Centennial Jags getting ready to face off against the West Liberty Comets. First meeting between the two teams today. I know the Jags at least have won their first game against host Cedar Rapids Washington Warriors. We will see what the Comets bring in the front court for the Jags. We have Addie, Sophie, Tatum in the backcourt, Megan, Maya, and Ellie. Megan back to serve for the Jags. Jags will be serving here in the first set. Looks like we are ready to get this game underway. Megan with the first serve of the first set. Hard low serve down the line. Ace for Megan to start the game. Hard low serve down the line. The Comets went diving to try and get that ball. Just hit off the arms and went sideways out of bounds. So Megan back to serve again. Megan, another hard low serve down the line. Comets able to get this one up. They're going to set up their outside hitter. Hits it off the... I couldn't tell if it was off the block or a cross shot. It was a really tight cross shot wide out of bounds. So the Jags will get the second point. Megan with another serve. Hard low serve. Comets able to get this one up. They're going to set their middle. Hits it off the block and backwards. Maya with the dig to Megan. Megan to Sophie. Sophie goes into the block. Megan gets it up. Sophie gets it up. Addie goes over the block. Comets with the dig. They're going to set up their outside hitter. Goes into the block of Sophie. Sophie with the block at the net. Beautiful read by Sophie there. Again, the Comets outside with a tight cut on that swing. Sophie able to read it and get the block. Megan, hard low serve. Comets able to get it up. They're going to have to bump it over. Tatum with the pass to Megan. Megan out to Addie. Addie goes off the block and backwards. Comets with the dig. They set up their outside hitter who pushes it over. Megan able to pop it up to Maya. Maya sets up Tatum on the right side. She goes over the block. Comets able to get the dig. They're going to set up their middle, who hits it around the block. Maya able to get the dig to Megan. Megan pushing it deep to the corner. Catching the corner. The Comets thought it was going to go out of bounds. I thought it was going to go out of bounds. The ball dropping at the last second, just catching the back corner. So Megan able to extend her run at the service line now with another serve. Hard low serve. Comets able to get it up. They're going to set up their outside hitter who goes over the block. Maya pops it up to Megan. Megan back sets to Tatum. Tatum goes down the line. Comets with the dig. They get it over in 3. Sophie with the pass to Megan. Megan back to Sophie. Sophie around the block and down. A fantastic effort by the Comets there to get the ball back over in 3. But the Jags run a quick offense and able to get the kill before the Comets get back on defense. Megan with another serve. Hard low serve down the middle. Comets able to pop it up. They're going to set their right side hitter this time. Goes over the block. Ellie with the dig to Megan. Megan to Sophie. Sophie over the block and down. Another kill for Sophie in the middle. Megan deep serve down the middle, and that is just a little bit too long out of bounds. So the Comets get their first point of the set, now getting set to serve. Comets deep serve down the middle. Addie passing it to Megan. Megan tips it over, and they're going to call Megan over the net on that one. The pass was very tight to the net. I think it would have probably gone over. Megan tried to get it back on her side, couldn't do it. So the Comets with another serve short. Maya with the pass to Megan. Megan back to Sophie. Sophie goes off the block and out of bounds. Another kill for Sophie in the front row. So Addie will check out. Kaylin checks in and will head back for her first trip of the game. Kaylin, hard low serve. Comets pop it up. They're going to set their right side hitter. Hits it down the line. Maya able to pop it to Megan. Megan back to Ellie. Ellie with the roll shot over. Comets with the dig. They set up their right side, hits it over the block. Tatum pops it up to Megan. Megan out to Ellie. Ellie goes low, and that might have been a little bit too low into the net. So the Comets with the point, down 4, now getting set to serve. Comets deep serve down the cross court. Kaylin with the pass to Megan. Megan to Tatum. Tatum over the block. Comets trying to get it back on the court. They run out of real estate. If the player chases the ball off the court and crosses the halfway point between the two courts, it's a dead ball. So the Jags with the point. Maya back to serve. Maddie in the middle. Sophie out. Comets on an overpass, push it over. Ellie to Megan to Maddie. Maddie with the kill in the middle. So Maya will head back to serve again. Maya deep serve down the line. Comets in a little bit of trouble, able to pop it up to their outside. They bump it over. Kaylin with the pass to Megan. Megan back to Tatum. Tatum goes off the block and out of bounds. Kill for Tatum on the right side. So Maya back to serve again. Maya deep serve down the opposite line, and we're going to have to blow that one dead. A ball coming from another court. Player safety of the utmost important here when you're playing in tight quarters. So Maya with a reserve on that point. Maya another deep serve down the line. Comets able to get it up to their outside hitter. Hits it off the block and backwards. Maya with the dig to Megan. Megan back out to Ellie. Ellie off the block and down. A kill for Ellie on the outside. So Maya back to serve again. Maya another deep serve down the line. When Comets able to get it up to their middle, they go cross court. Maya gets it up, but it goes backwards. So a great swing by the middle of the Comets will end the run by the Jags. Comets now getting set to serve. Hard low serve down the middle. Kaylin with the pass to Megan. Megan to Maddie on the middle approach. Comets in trouble. That will be a kill for Maddie. So Tatum rotates back to serve for the Jags. Jags up 8 here. Tatum cross court serve low. Comets able to get it up. They're going to sit up there right side. They hit it cross court. Tatum comes over to get a hand on it, and it goes off her hands and backwards out of bounds. So the Comets with the kill, now getting set to serve. Comets short serve over the net. Kaylin with the pass to Tatum. Tatum out to Ellie. Ellie with the roll shot. Comets with the cover. They're going to set up their outside hitter who hits it into the block. Maddie gets it up. Tatum gets it up. Ellie trying to poke it over, but it was tight to the net. The ball got caught in the net as she was trying to hit it. Couldn't get it to walk over the net. So the Comets with another point, trimming the lead back down to 6 with the serve. Hard low serve, just a little bit too low. Caught the top tape and rolled down. So the Jags with the point. Kaylin will check out. Addie checks into the front row as Ellie heads back to serve. Ellie, deep cross-court serve. Comets in a little bit of trouble. Can't get it back on court. So an ace for Ellie will push the lead back to 8. Ellie with another serve. Ellie, another low serve down the middle. Comets able to get this one up. They set up their outside hitter who has to bump it down the line. Ellie able to cover to Tatum. Tatum back to Megan. Megan goes off the block and out of bounds. Kill for Megan on the right side. So Ellie with another serve. Ellie, cross-court serve. Comets able to get it up. They're going to set up their middle this time. Into the block. Gets blocked. Comets get it back up and hit it over. Ellie with the pass to Addie. Addie goes cross-court for the kill. Beautiful swing by Addie there. Perfect set by Ellie. So Ellie back to serve again. Ellie cross-court serve low. Comets with the dig. They push it over. Maya there to Tatum, to Maddie. Maddie tips it over. Comets with the cover. But that second ball went over the libero. She tried to change directions. It's hard when you're running full speed to change directions that quickly. Unable to get it. So the Jags with another point, pushing the lead to 11. Ellie back with another serve. Deep serve this time. Comets able to pop it up to their center. Gets out to their outside hitter off the block. Addie to Tatum to Maddie. Maddie with the finish in the middle. Ellie, another cross-court serve. Comets setting up their middle. Hits it off the block. Tatum trying to get it. Couldn't come up with it. So the kill by the middle of the Comets will end the run by the Jags. Comets getting set to serve. Hard low serve down the middle. Maya pops it up to Tatum. Tatum quick sets to Maddie. Maddie off the block and in. So the Jags 2 points away from taking set number one as Maya checks out. Sophie checks into the front row. Maddie checks out. Nora checks in and will head back to serve. Nora deep serve down the middle. Comets able to get it up to their outside hitter. Hits it cross court. Nora gets the dig to Tatum. Tatum back to Addie. Addie goes off the block and out of bounds. Addie going down the line that time. Able to catch the blocker sliding in and hit enough off the arm to catch it and then goes skyrocketing out of bounds. Nora with another serve. Set point number one, low serve down the line. Comets able to get it up. They set up their right side hitter who hits it off the block and backwards. Ellie with the dig to Tatum. Tatum back to Megan. Megan goes down the line. Comets with another dig. They tip it over. Addie able to get it to Tatum. Tatum back to Addie. Addie goes off the block and down again. Another kill for Addie. So the Jags will take set number one, 21-7. We will take a quick set break as we head into set number two. Great time to hit the restroom and get a drink and get ready for some more great volleyball. So as we head to set number 2, the Jags will be on serve receive. They started with serve in the first. Almost forgot to mention today's games brought to you by Sports Page in Ankeny. A great place to get some great food in a fun, friendly atmosphere, and ice cold drinks always await you. Always a fun time at the Sports Page. In the front court for the Jags, we have Addie, Sophie, and Tatum. In the back court, Megan, Sydney, and Ellie. The Comets have the ball. We are ready to get set number 2 underway. The Comets with the first serve of the second set. Deep serve down the middle. Ellie pops it up. Maya comes over, sets up Addie. Addie goes deep cross court. That's going to be a little bit. Oh, it's going to catch the sideline. The up ref says so. The Jags will start with the first point here in the second set. Addie checks out. Kaylin checks in, and we'll head back to serve. Kaylin, hard serve down the line. That is wide out of bounds. So the Comets get their point. We are knotted at ones here early in set number 2. Comets getting set to serve. Comets hard low serve down the line. Ellie with the pass to Megan. Megan back sets to Tatum. Tatum through the block and down. That's a kill for Tatum on the right side. So Maya will head back to serve for the Jags. Maya deep serve down the line. Comets pop it up high. They set up their back row hitter who hits it cross court. Megan pops it up. Kaylin pops it up. Maya bumps it short. Comets setting up their offense to the outside. Hits it, tries to go cross court. Little bit low into the net. So the Jags will get the point as Maya heads back to serve again. Maya hard low serve. Comets get this one to their right side hitter who goes into the block of Ellie. Ellie with the block on the right side. Maya another hard low serve. Comets in a little bit of trouble. Get it back on the court. They hit it deep, and that's going to be just a little too deep out of bounds. So the Jags pushing the lead to 4 here. So Maya will head back with another serve. Maya hard low serve. Comets in trouble. That's going to be an ace for Maya. Maya deep serve this time. Comets pop it up. They're going to set up and push it over. Kaylin gets it up, and a ball was coming over. It was making me a little nervous as the game next to us, Dowling against, I can't tell who they're playing, but the ball came over from that court, almost interfered with the outside of the Comets. Maya serving a reserve. That one goes wide out of bounds, so the Comets get the point, now getting set to serve. Comets hard low serve. Ellie able to get it up to Megan. Megan to Sydney. Sydney off the block and backwards out of bounds. A kill for Sydney. So Tatum rotates back to serve for the Jags. Tatum, hard low serve, cross court. Comets able to get it up to their outside. They're going to bump it over. Kalen to Tatum to Sydney. Sydney hits it wide, just a little bit too wide out of bounds. So the Comets getting set to serve, trailing by 4 here. Still a little bit early in this second set. Deep serve, cross court. Megan pops it up to Tatum. Tatum out to Ellie. Ellie with a hard cross court serve. Comets hit it over. Maya to Tatum to Ellie. Ellie tips it over. Comets not able to get the cover. The tip shot by Ellie for the kill will give the point to the Jags as Kaylin checks out. Addie checks in. Ellie heading back to serve. Ellie cross court serve deep. Comets in a little bit of trouble. And they bump it over. Ellie with the pass to Tatum. Tatum back to Megan. Megan goes cross court for the kill. Beautiful kill by Megan from the right side. So Ellie will head back to serve again. You heard a little bit of a cheer there as the pass from the Comets went off the backboard through the hoop, and then they were able to set up their outside hitter who had to bump it over. Ellie cross-court serve. Comets able to get it up to their middle on the slide. Maya gets the cover to Tatum to Sydney. Sydney goes through the block and just a little bit long out of bounds, so the Comets will get the point. Now getting set to serve. A good swing by Sydney there. Just couldn't quite catch the back baseline. It was not that far off, though. Maybe an inch or two at most. Hard low serve down the middle. Maya with the pass to Tatum. Tatum out to Addie. Addie goes deep. That's going to be too deep, out of bounds. And the Comets back to within 4 here in set number 2 with another serve. Comets hard low serve down the line. Addie able to get it up to Tatum. Tatum and Sydney. Sydney off the block. Comets with the cover. They tip it over. Tatum gets it up, but it goes sideways out of bounds, and the Comets back to within 3 here. Comets heading back to serve again. Comets deep serve down the line. That's going to be a little too deep, out of bounds. So the Jags will get the point. Maya heads out. Sophie will head into the front row. Sydney will check out. Nora checks in and will head back to serve. Nora deep serve. Comets able to pop it up. They're going to set their right side hitter. Goes down the line. Nora able to pop it up to Megan. Megan back to Addie. Addie goes cross court. Comets not able to get the dig. So a kill for Addie on the outside will send Nora back to serve again. Nora hard low serve. Comets able to get it up there, set up their offense to the outside. They go into the block of Megan. Megan blocks it at the net. Nora another hard low serve down the middle. Comets able to get it up. They're going to set up their outside hitter. Goes a roll shot. Sophie with the block at the net. Back-to-back blocks by the Jags has pushed the lead to 7 here. Nora with another serve. Hard serve down the line. Comets push it over. Nora pops it up. Ellie pops it up to Addie. Addie cross-court shot. Comets with the dig. They set up their outside hitter. Tips it over. Addie with the cover to Tatum. Tatum to Sophie. Sophie goes into the block. Gets blocked at the net. A good block by the Comets there. Will end the run by the Jags. Comets getting set to serve. Deep serve, Addie. Able to get it to Tatum. Tatum to Sophie. Sophie over the block and down. Kill for Sophie. So Megan will head back to serve for the Jags. Megan hard serve down the line. Comets tip it over in two. Megan able to get the cover to Nora. Nora to Tatum. Tatum goes deep, and that catches the back right before the baseline. Beautiful roll shot by Tatum there on the right side for the kill. Megan back with another serve. Megan, low serve down the line. Comets able to get it up. They're going to set up their middle. Hits it into the block. Goes backwards. Tatum able to get it to Megan. Megan to Addie. Addie goes around the block and down. Another kill for Addie on the outside. Megan, short serve this time. Comets able to get it up. They're going to set up their outside and pushes it cross court. Nora with the pass to Megan. Megan back to Tatum. Tatum hits it deep, and that's going to go a little bit too deep out of bounds. So the Comets with the point. Trailing by 8, now getting set to serve. Deep serve down the line. Addie pops it up. Tatum pops it up. Addie hits it off the block and backwards. Comets with the dig. They set up their outside hitter who tips it cross court to Megan with the pass to Nora. Nora setting up Addie. Addie goes down the line. Gets blocked, but it falls on the Comet side. So another kill for Addie on the outside. She will check out. Kaylin checks in and will head back to serve for the Jags. Deep serve, and they're going to call out of rotation on the Comets. So the Jags will get the point as the players on the Comets might have moved a hair too early on that before the serve. Kaylin, another low serve, hits off the top of the net and rolls over. The ace by Kaylin pushing the lead now to 11. Kaylin with another serve. The Jags 2 points away from taking the second set and the game. Kaylin, deep serve down the middle. Comets able to pop it up. They're going to set up their right side hitter. Hits it around the block and down. A good swing by the right side of the Comets. Comets getting set to serve. Hard low serve down the line. Nora to Megan to Sophie. Sophie tries to hit it, caught the net. I think it kicked it up, and then it went wide out of bounds. So a little bit just unfortunate catching the net there. Low short serve. Nora gets it up. It goes over, and on the overpass, the middle for the Comets able to tip it down for the kill. So the Comets trailing the lead back down to 8 here with another serve. Another short serve. Ellie with the pass to Megan. Megan backs to Tatum. Tatum goes off the block and down. A kill for Tatum on the right side. And the Jags now serving set. Game point number 1 as Sophie heads out. Maya heads in and will head back to serve for the Jags. Nora checks out. Sydney checks into the front row. Maya deep serve cross court. Comets able to get it up. They're going to set up their middle. Hits it. Blocked at the net by Sydney. So the Jags will take the second set 21-11. That'll do it in this game. We will be off for about another 45 minutes and then back in action for our last game of pool play.